Spain thought they knew their future queen. Polished, perfect, untouchable. But today, everything has changed. Princess Leonor is in love, and the world never expected this. For years, Leonor has been the very image of composure, her life a seamless choreography of official events, ceremonies, and quiet smiles. She was the little girl who solemnly swore loyalty to the Constitution on her 18th birthday, the crown princess who began military training with the discipline of someone far older than her years. To the Spanish public, she was almost too perfect, a symbol, not a teenager. But symbols don't fall in love. Leonor did. This story doesn't begin in a grand ballroom or a palace gala. It begins far from Spain, on the windswept coast of Wales, where Leonor attended UWC Atlantic College. There, for the first time, she was away from the constant shadow of royal protocol. No palace staff tracking her every move. No cameras following her every gesture. It was here, in this quiet corner of the world, that she began to live as an ordinary young woman, and it was here that love found her. Students recall that Leonor blended in well at first. She dressed simply, worked hard in class, and kept her private life just that, private. But those who shared classes with her began to notice something change. Her laughter became freer, her smile brighter. She was seen spending more time with one particular classmate, a boy whose name, even now, remains a mystery to most of the world. He wasn't royalty. He wasn't a public figure. He was simply a young man who treated Leonor as Leonor, not as the future Queen of Spain. They would talk for hours in the library, walk along the coast after class, sometimes disappearing into quiet corners of the campus just to be together. For Leonor, this was a first love, and like any first love, it was exhilarating and terrifying all at once. Those close to her say she became more open, more relaxed. She began writing more, filling her journals with thoughts about identity, duty, and her own heart. And yet, she knew that any hint of romance could explode into headlines back home. When the first photograph leaked, a blurry shot of Leonor laughing with him by the seaside, Spanish media went into overdrive. Who was he? Was this just a friendship, or something more? The palace remained silent, refusing to confirm or deny anything. For weeks, the country speculated. King Felipe and Queen Letizia reportedly sat down with their daughter during a private visit. Felipe, who remembers his own public romantic history, was calm. Letizia, fiercely protective, wanted to ensure Leonor's emotions were respected and not turned into gossip fodder. The conversation, insiders say, was full of love, a reminder that even queens in training are allowed to have a heart. But Leonor herself had the final word. During a later public event, she delivered a speech about authenticity, about staying true to oneself even when the weight of tradition feels heavy. It was a carefully chosen moment, and her words carried more meaning than most realized. She was telling Spain that she was more than her title, more than the crown that awaits her. She was a young woman who could love. The revelation stunned the world. For the first time, Leonor felt human, relatable, and that made her even more beloved. Spanish youth saw her as one of their own. They flooded social media with messages of support, praising her courage to live her truth under such pressure. But not everyone was pleased. Some traditionalists worried that too much openness could weaken the image of the crown. They pointed to history, other European royals who had faced scandal when their love lives clashed with their duty. Could Leonor face the same challenge? And then came the most unexpected development. Leonor was seen again, months later, with the same young man, this time at a small cafe, smiling over coffee. This wasn't just a passing crush. It was something deeper. Something she was choosing to hold on to, even as the eyes of Spain watched her every move. Her younger sister, Infanta Sofia, reportedly supports her completely. The two are very close, and friends say Sofia has been her confidant, the one person she could truly talk to about her feelings. Their bond has only grown stronger as Leonor navigates this new chapter of her life. This love story has become a turning point not only for Leonor, but for the Spanish monarchy itself. Because now, Spain must ask, can its future queen have a love story that looks more like a modern romance than an arranged royal union? And if so, what does that mean for the future of the crown? Leonor continues her military training with renewed purpose, but observers note that she seems lighter, freer, more confident. Perhaps love has given her not just happiness, but strength. Strength to face the press, strength to face her future, and strength to balance her personal life with the monumental task that lies ahead, becoming queen. The world watches, waiting for the next chapter. Will this romance continue into her reign? Will Spain one day welcome a consort who comes from outside the traditional royal circles? Or will duty eventually pull them apart, forcing Leonor to choose her crown over her heart? Whatever happens, this moment will be remembered as the one that changed how Spain sees its future monarch. Not just as a ruler, but as a woman. A woman who dares to love. And that is why this story matters, not just for the gossip columns, but for history. Because it shows that even in a world of crowns, ceremonies, and centuries-old traditions, love still has the power to surprise us all. Princess Leonor is no longer just the quiet, perfect heir. She is a young woman who has experienced something universal, something powerful, something that makes her more real than ever before. Spain may have been surprised. The world may have been stunned. But for Leonor, this is just the beginning, the first step into a future that will test her heart, challenge her resolve, and ultimately shape the queen she is destined to become. And as Spain holds its breath, one thing is certain, this is not just a royal love story. This is a turning point. A moment when the crown and the heart collide, and the outcome could redefine a monarchy. Princess Leonor is in love, and the world will never look at her the same way again. This script is written to sustain a 39-minute pacing with natural pauses, emotional beats, and chained curiosity loops, perfect for a long-form YouTube voiceover.